Welcome to the Riverside, where there are three vital points on the line this afternoon as Middlesbrough take on Oxford United. The Borough players have made life difficult for themselves. The playoffs seemed a near certainty at one point, but a dramatic dip in form means it's a real battle now for the run-in. An injury crisis beginning to ease, but still anxiously awaiting the return of some major absentees. These Oxford squad members know that every point is worth its weight in gold from here on in. Gary Rowett and his players will know that this is no easy place to come. Well, Will Volk's long throw, something of a set piece for Oxford United, and they've got an opportunity early on to test it out. In it comes, with distance, nodded on too. Only half cleared, and sliced goalwards. Brown couldn't make the right contact, but it was a real opportunity. And suddenly there was plenty of space around the penalty spot for Brown to turn and to strike. And had he made better contact, it may have been difficult for Travers. Well, there has been an understanding from Middlesbrough fans that Carrick has been dealt a tough hand. Injuries here, there and everywhere, but if Middlesbrough were to go behind early on here, they may hear the early rumblings of discontent, and they may well do, but Travers is across and somehow keeps it out. Quaheta with his head in his hands. Fabulous ball across from Phillips, and Quaheta in acres of space should have scored. He should have scored. And in it comes too, and nodded on, and Brown was waiting, and Dijksteel had to get there first to nod it behind. It's another corner. In it comes from Dembele. It's not dealt with, and it really should have been tucked home. Phillips just didn't expect it to fall to him at the far post, but fall to him it did. And with the goal gaping, he tucks it wide. In it comes again. This time a red shirt gets up highest. Thumped into the air by Conway. Iheanacho is underneath it. Out-muscled. Nodded on by Hellick. It's a big call for the referee to make. Harris felt as though he was brought down. And how much of the ball did Johnny Howson get to? Hellick into the path of Mark Harris. And that looks like a pretty good appeal for a penalty. Hackney. Conway. Azaz. Looking for Conway again. Falls for Illing Jr. Back to Azaz. Morris. Conway. Here's Hackney. Wasn't far away. It was a slicker move than anything we've seen so far. Beginning to move the ball with a bit more tempo. Prepare for another torpedo into the penalty area from Will Volks. In it comes. Nodded on to. Brown waiting. Harris waiting. Struck goalwards and in. And Hellick picks out the bottom corner. Oxford United have a big goal in the fight for survival. And for the first time in quite some time, those travelling fans have something to shout about. Middlesbrough have ignored warning after warning, and this time they're made to pay. The long throw into the penalty area, it wasn't cleared. Harris got the touch, and there was Hellick. What an impact he's made. They haven't got long before the break to respond, Middlesbrough. Last thing they want is to go in a goal down. Borges. Iheanacho slipped at the crucial time. Morgan Whittaker is available if Carrick decides that Iheanacho isn't working out. But here he is, an opportunity to take it on. Iheanacho! Leaves the crossbar shaking. Hackney. His teammates desperate for something to fall for him. And it did. And he couldn't convert. Picked up by Howson, 36 years old and still performing in the second tier. One for Illing Jr. to chase, and he'll get there too. Iheanacho! Redemption. Kelechi Iheanacho finally gets his Borough bow. And the Riverside rises. Celebration is one of pure relief. Middlesbrough are level. It's a really clever run too. And a fabulous ball from Illing Jr. to pick him out. And now Kelechi Iheanacho can begin to play with some freedom. Every time he lost possession, he could hear the groans around the ground, but look at his teammates encouraging him to celebrate. Iheanacho. Azaz brought down. Free kick taken quickly. Struck goalwards. And Cumming had to watch it all the way. Hackney is not shy about having a go from that kind of distance. So Whittaker on for Middlesbrough. Goodrum, Bradshaw and Mills on for Oxford United. Here's Iheanacho. First touch for Whittaker. Across it comes, and Conway's denied. Vital stop from Cumming. Well, Tommy Conway is scoring goals at a quicker rate than Emmanuel Latte-Lat was. And he was picked out by Whittaker. It's a really crucial stop. Whittaker again, he's been heavily involved since coming on. Iheanacho. Illing Jr. And Whittaker! It was blocked by Azaz. Was this goal bound? Fell into the path of Whittaker. Well, the goalkeeper may have stopped it, but Finn Azaz in the way. Here's Morris. And now Azaz. Illing Jr. Morris. Worked well. Illing Jr. And flicked on and in. Neto Borges. The makeshift centre-back finishes like a seasoned centre-forward. The race for the playoffs is heating up. And Borough look bang up for the fight. They've turned it around. Neto Borges scores his first Middlesbrough goal. And how about this for a finish? Right place, right time, but still plenty to do. The pressure had been building. It was some move. And turned home. The flick from Borges. Suddenly, the Riverside can breathe again. Here's Whittaker. Dances away from one. Dijksteel. Borough just keen to keep possession, and somehow Dijksteel's done that. Whittaker. Morris. Azaz. Dijksteel. Azaz. Neat footwork. Dijksteel. Morris was there. Dijksteel. And then a foul right on the edge of the penalty area. Well, the Middlesbrough players are saying that this was inside the box and should be a penalty. And they may have a point. Certainly borderline. Remember, anything on the line constitutes inside the area. This a chance to seal it. Azaz. Not far away at all. Into 5 minutes of stoppage time, and it will be a nervy 5 minutes because Finn Azaz couldn't quite find the top corner. Another long throw. They've scored from one already. Out comes the goalkeeper. Goodrum is there. Had to take it on. Plenty of space. Got under the ball, couldn't keep it down. Relief around the Riverside. Middlesbrough are taking the scenic route towards the playoffs, but they are edging closer once again. Made to work hard today, Michael Carrick's side. Oxford United took the lead as Hellick struck home, picked out the bottom corner. But Iheanacho equalised, and then the match winner, Neto Borges, the centre-back, filling in at the back in this defensive crisis. And a lovely back heel finish to give Borough all 3 points. Middlesbrough come out on top in this one at the Riverside. Finishes Middlesbrough 2, Oxford United 1.